I don't actually even know where to begin with this video, because it's been something that's been on my mind for a really long time, and I started to make it quite a bit of times now. But with Mother's Day coming up, I thought that it would be very important for me to make this. I became a mother the moment that I found out we were expecting our daughter. I became a mother that first time I heard her heartbeat. And I became a bereaved mother when I heard those words, "I'm sorry, she no longer has a heartbeat." It's been 5 years, almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years in October since I had to give birth to our dead daughter. And it's hard. It was hard then, and it's still hard. You know, people say that you move on, the grief, you know, you have the whole 5 stages of grief, but you know what? That's bullshit. You don't just have 5 stages of grief. There's so many more. And you don't just move on. You can't just move on. And I don't want to move on. I mean, I think I do a pretty good job parenting our living child, Ryder, who's our rainbow baby, who we found out 6 months after Leia was born. I don't even know what the correct term is, because she was born, but she wasn't alive. So is she still born? Well, see, she was still born. Is that where it comes from? Is that where that term comes from? So, would he still be here? Would he be here had she lived? Would they have the same birthdays? Would she be born in October, or would she have been born on her due date in November? Would he exist? So I can't, as much as I'd like to say that I wish this didn't happen to us, it did, and it's a part of us, and it's a part of our life, and it's a part of my story, and it's made me the person that I am today. And yes, of course, I still have terrible days, like right now, and of course there's moments where you're perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden you're not, like right now. I'm going through Ryder's stuff right now, and it's hard, because a lot of his stuff is when he was a baby, and knowing that we're never going to have any more babies. That's hard too, but I've come to accept that part. The worst part is still finding stuff that belonged to Leia, stuff that I put away, and as I'm going through the stuff to pack, and I'm also doing a sale, so I'm looking for stuff to purge and donate, and I come across stuff like this. And that's Leia's birth book, whatever you call it, baby book. I bought this at Chapters. I remember the day that I went in and bought it. I was so excited to find it. I, you know, laughed with the girl, and I told her I was pregnant, and it was a great day. I was excited. I started it. I put stuff in it. I put pictures of her in it from her ultrasound. This is her 3D ultrasound. When I had my baby shower for her, ironically 2 weeks before she died, people signed it. I had another baby shower up north. That was my Aerosmith cake. People signed this book. under the people and friends and family to notify once she's born. I have my mother-in-law, who's dead. Got my mom, who's dead. In here is pictures from the hospital. The only pictures we have of us and our daughter. I have no video. I have no video. I just have pictures. I should be happy I have these pictures, but I'm not. Because I needed more. I needed more time. And here's pictures from my showers. Here's the list of stuff that my baby will need. That I will need for my baby. Nowhere on here does it say I'm gonna need a coffin for my baby. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say you're gonna go in for a routine ultrasound and they're gonna tell you she's dead. And then you're gonna have to start the process to deliver her naturally. And then you're gonna have to deliver her. And it doesn't matter if there's living babies being born around you. And it doesn't matter if when you leave the hospital, you leave with people who are holding living babies. You still gotta do it. And it doesn't matter that you still have to go to a 6-week postpartum checkup, even though you don't have a baby. And you gotta sit in that waiting room with mothers that do have a baby and are pregnant. And you gotta leave the house. And you have to eat. And you have to shower. And you have to pretend that life is fine. And you gotta get up every day. I can't talk about this right now. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know how I survived all of that. And I don't know how I'm surviving right now. Maybe I'm not. It's really hard to be a bereaved mother. You see Mother's Day coming up. And I have one living child. But I have 2 children. And it hurts because I want both my babies here. And I don't know what to do about that because there's nothing I can do. It's all out of my hands. There's a quilt in that closet that says to baby girl Williams. And it was made by my aunt for Leia. And it's still wrapped up and I can't bring myself to open it. And I never gave it to Ryder. I gave him a lot of Leia stuff, but not that. Yeah. I hate living like this. I hate the people that ask, how many children do you have? And I'm always honest, I say 2. And if they question it further, I say one's playing with angels and one's playing right there. Or whatever I say, it varies, whatever I say. I never leave it, though. I never leave it, because why should I leave it? I have 2 children, and I'm not going to lie about that. And she died. My firstborn died. And in this day and age, I still struggle to understand how that fucking happened. How does that happen? How? How is it that she just died in my stomach and I was expected to deliver her? And I did. I went through all that pain and suffering and post-traumatic stress for what? To deliver her into the world? They didn't even give me the option of donating her organs or, what, everything happened so fast. The only thing I was asked was what we wanted to do, cremate or bury. Where did we want to bury her? Where did we want to cremate her? If we wanted to cremate her, did we want an urn? Did we want to bring her home? Did we not just want to leave her? Did we want to... I don't even know. I couldn't go. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. Somehow I did, though, because somehow I ended up at that funeral home, and somehow I ended up walking down that hall with my stupid fucking flip-flops on. And I remember that's all I could hear is my flip-flops. And there was a funeral going on for a baby. Like, what part, like, you couldn't have, did we really have to come in at that particular time? Like, really? Then I felt guilty that we weren't having a funeral for her. Cause how could I have a funeral for her? I just had a baby shower 2 weeks before. 2 baby showers. So what was I supposed to do? Tell my family and friends, hey, I know you just gave me all these really awesome gifts and, we celebrated my baby's life and everything, but hey, can you come up to this funeral now so we can say goodbye to her? Like, really? I'm not a funeral person. I'm not a, hey, let's, because funerals are about comforting everybody else. Nobody comforts you. Let's be honest. I've been to enough funerals where I see that the person who was hosting the funeral is the one that, yeah, everybody hugs them and says they're sorry for their loss, but then over and over and over and over again, you've got to talk to different people, and different people will say the same thing, I'm sorry for your loss, or whatever, or even say stupid fucking shit, like, oh, God needed another angel, or it was meant to be, or don't worry, you're young enough, you'll have more kids, or whatever. I can't even think about the stupid things that were said to us over the years, but there was a lot of them. A lot of them. Oh, my favorite would be from my father, of all people. When I told him I was pregnant with Ryder, he said, try to keep this one, or something along those lines. Try not to lose this one, or I don't even know. Anyways, now I'm rambling on, and I'm getting more and more upset, and I look like absolutely crap. I'm sorry, I look like crap. I'm sorry, I'm crying. I was just fine, and then I wasn't. And I've been really wanting to make this video for a while. You can always go to www.leia, or letterstoleia.ca or .com, and that's my blog. There's a lot of really sad letters there to her. They're all archived, starting, September 2011, but moving on. The best writing I've ever done was 2012, January, February 2012, March, so on. After we found out we were pregnant with Ryder, I started writing to Ryder as well as Leia, and then I continued to write to both of them. More so Ryder, though, honestly. But I still wrote to Leia occasionally. Now, I haven't wrote anything in a long time, like 6 months probably, or at least, I don't even know, like Christmas maybe, because it's been hard. And I don't even know why. I'm just making up excuses now because I really need to do that. I need to really get back at that. It's something that's really helped me grieve, and vlogging doesn't do that. When I'm vlogging, it's different. I'm a different person. I'm not Angie, the bereaved mother. I'm Angie, Ryder's mom. So I'm really sorry this was so deep. Well, I'm not sorry it's so deep. I'm not sorry because it's me, and it's life, and it's real, and I've always been real, and I'm not going to shy away from talking about this, and I'm not going to pretend it didn't happen, because it did. The only thing, I don't know. I don't want to come off as this person who is solely depressed, because I'm not like that. I'm not completely depressed at all. I love Ryder. I have a good time with Ryder. We're best friends, and we do everything together, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form a person who can't get out of the bed every day, and who can't parent their child. That's not me. And I don't want this video to come off as that's me. And that's my biggest fear, is that people will look at me and say, oh, look at how depressed she is. I shouldn't have cried. Now my eyes are all red. Look at how depressed she is. She can't function. That's not true. So please don't judge me. And if you do judge me, then please just move on. I don't want you on my channel anyways. Honestly. But thank you so much for watching. If you've stayed with me for the past 17 minutes, God bless you, because I don't know if I could have done it. Happy Mother's Day. Big hugs to everybody, especially if you're a bereaved mom. Even if you've had a miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy, whatever, I commend you. I commend you for being that person and for going through that, because it's hard. Alright, like,